Previously on The Young and the Restless.
I am Dutch the Hooligan, and I only make Airsoft cheater videos.
The next one is the sponsor seeker.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
Tell me your secrets on sponsors.
I guess what I don't understand about the importance of sponsorship in Airsoft in general is it doesn't honestly change that much. And I think a lot of people don't realize for a sponsorship that's worth your time, you have to put effort into it as well. Like they just, I think a lot of people just think, oh, I'm sponsored, I get free stuff now, whee! Like expect that's the end of it and they don't have to do anything else.
I think you need to categorize them into two different types of sponsorship. If you're being paid and if you're not being paid. So if you're getting paid, totally different story. Like that's, you are like basically employed by them, you're working for them, and so there's like, you're providing.
The marketing manager.
Yeah, you're like doing marketing essentially, or you know.
Yeah.
But if it's like this whole network marketing,
sorry.
No, but go on. The network marketing thing does it really is a really shitty trade deal, in my opinion, for most companies. If you're not being paid, like if they're just like you get free shit and like. They're like, oh yeah, you think it's free shit, but really you just kind of given them, you know, like now you owe them stuff.
Right.
It's not like, you're not just like free shit, it's like, oh, you gotta make posts about it. You also can't say bad things about it. Wow. Some companies are different.
You gotta negotiate that up front.
Yeah, I think so,
right.
for sure.
Most companies, and I've never had anyone tell me like, I'm like, well, send it to me, but I'm entitled to my true opinion. And no one's ever been like, no, we have to say only good things. They all send it. I'm like, if it sucks, don't send it. I don't want the piece of
Looking at you, LCT.
Oh no.
I was gonna say that's a good experience.
Yeah, definitely bring that up because it's not fair to them if you're like, oh yeah, I love your stuff sent and you're like, it sucks.
Yeah.
What happened?
Pretty much the worst. Reminds me of a certain company that was sponsored by.
Oh no. Are we going there?
Should we open the backhand around?
Oh my. So I guess in summary, the thing I think people don't understand and that I wish they would take into more account is like, if you're really interested in a sponsorship, number one, understand like what is in it for you and what your expectations are and what the company's expectations are in return.
Yes, getting that out of the way, that is probably the biggest mistake I've made so far, is like not going at it and in a more professional manner where you have like, first thing you do, you lay out the ground rules, like so you know exactly what you're getting into, and that way you don't waste their time, you don't waste your time. Whereas if you just kind of go down this like, hey, send me free stuff, and like it's just kind of like on this fishing line, and you don't really say anything, and then next thing you know down the road they're like, hey, remember that free stuff I sent you?
Gonna need another post.
Yeah. Like, so I got a new product coming out. Yeah, like, it could be something you totally don't like or is shitty.
Exactly.
It's like, then they got you.
Yeah.
How about that sponsors where like they just send you stuff and you're like, I don't want this thing. It's another M4.
What do I do with it?
How many M4s does one need?
You just gotta know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, yeah. And honestly too, like at the end of the day, I don't think it really boils down to like your subscriber count or any of that stuff, because I see players who have like less subscribers or followers being subscribed, but it's all about the content you put out, because companies notice if you're doing something different and they like it, like that goes a long way.
There is a quality.
That's how that's how I've gotten anything that I've gotten, because my subscriber count's not that high, but I just do it differently. I feel like
I appreciate the work you put into it.
Yeah,
you're pretty well known. So don't sell yourself.
No, he does good stuff. It just doesn't get any damn views. That's the problem. But the sponsors and whatever the companies, they notice that it's good.
Yeah,
because if they're just going for whatever volume, they skip them and go to like some dude that's just cranking out videos every week, and they're like trending for whatever reason or something.
Yeah, somebody
they definitely
like,
look to see
titles or something like that.
They definitely look for people. For the most part, they definitely look for people that they think would be a good representative of their company.
Be associated with someone who's doing some weird
you're representing their
shady
brand.
Stuff.
They want to make sure you're not a shitbag.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like you know, sports stars. They're like, oh yeah, and then they have some scandals like, bye, we don't want you. Even though they're still great athletes, but now the image's been tainted or whatever. So it's sort of a little bit along those lines.
Let's move on to the next one, shall we?
Just 20 million times less money.
Yes.
The next one on my list is the troll software.
All right, beautiful, Taylor, beautiful. Hey, the troll!
Oh God, no. I don't know anything about those.
I feel like there is
some finger pointing.
There's several people who just get their jollies off just by being like controversial on purpose.
Yeah.
And I can't help but feel like sometimes that comes from a place of jealousy, where it's like, well, I'm not getting any followers, so I'm just going to be a dick to everybody else.
Also attention seeking.
Yeah, totally.
A lot of attention seeking.
And at the end of the day, if you're doing things on social media, you can't lie to yourself and say it's not what you want.
Yeah, if you're specifically trying to be an anti-hero, you're obviously looking for attention.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like to be a shit poster.
Oh yeah.
But there's a very fine line that I do feel like, and I'm cognizant of like, I don't want to seem like I'm like, just like trying to stir the pot or like,
exactly.
Hey, look at me. It's,
you don't.
I'm just generally trying to be silly.
You're good.
But
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, like for the most part, if I make memes, I'm not doing it to try to be malicious or shady. It's
I like memes.
I generally think it's funny.
Yeah.
And other people would like it.
Do you like memes? I like memes.
There's a fine line between like lighthearted fun memes versus like horrible, not fun memes.
Where is the line
Super
between
edgy,
satire and just in bad taste?
Yeah.
And to me, that's when you start attacking people personally.
Yeah.
Like once you start attacking people personally, okay, you cross the line between funny satire now you're just an a-hole.
Yeah, so.
For the sake of being an a-hole.
Yeah.
Unless you're good friends with that person.
Maybe if you were such a snowflake.
You crybaby snowflake, bro. Can't handle my criticism.
Yeah, damn.
This is my freedom of speech.
Let's move on to the next one. The military expert.
We're going to cut out their living guts and use them to grease the treads of our tanks.
What are you trying to say?
What do you mean, Sarge?
No, I feel like there's a lot. It's funny because for the most part, a lot of the vets who play Airsoft are totally not that way at all.
Yeah,
it's the people who put things like Future Marine in their profile that are just insufferable.
Or like in the military for 1 year and we're like, or whatever, they're like wearing their fucking ACUs to like the store and like they're like, they show up ready to go and then they're like, walking around.
Yeah, there's guys that are like dressed, even though
that's
and then
what
you
you were like when
still
we first met you.
Oh,
because I didn't have clothes.
You showed up to the field and all.
It was clothes.
Even the beard.
Stole the deer valor.
You're not.
Oh my goodness.
You are not wrong. I showed up to the field that day in full kit, but that was because I didn't have a jacket
Suspicious.
and I vastly underestimated or overestimated the temperature, and I was cold as fucking shit. The first battle for Los Angeles.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't have a hoodie or anything. I literally was like, oh my god, I'm an idiot.
But yeah, wearing his plate carrier and everything.
Did I really show up in my plate carrier?
I don't know. I saw you leave it and I was like, man, that guy tries too
Maybe
hard.
it was our You're not wrong.
You don't do that now.
No, I mean, maybe it was just trying to be silly. I try and pretend.
For the memes.
Sorry.
I try and make myself look stupid on purpose because I think it's funny.
Yeah, I mean,
and it makes I really want to stay away from the like. I don't want to be known as the serious airsofter.
Yeah, it's like
Because I wear serious gear and everything, and it's very easy to like look at someone who wears like, oh, this guy's got full cry, whatever. Like this guy's an asshole, but like, I just like gear and collecting it, but I want to make sure that people know like. We're just playing dress up, guys. Right?
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what it is, and it's like.
I don't care if you're wearing Lancer Tactical, VDUs, or Cry, like, whatever. Now, the gear whore in me is gonna be like, that's not actually authentic pattern. But like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what you joke around with your gear whore.
You don't
friends.
say
like,
that.
I'm not
No.
There are people that literally I have seen, and to me say that, but
It's a little, but gear is functional. Like we don't wear. I mean,
I'm just a nerd.
There's maybe 10% of stuff you wear that's like decorative, but 90% of it is functional. It's like They think to carry your mags and pants with knees because you don't beat up your knees. Like
exactly.
It's not a lot of like, oh, I'm putting this on because I want to look like a Navy SEAL. It's like I need pants, I need a shirt, I need a vest. Like you're done, and something on your head.
And then when you do it right, it looks good.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, I think this GP pouch goes here upside down. I think
different. There are a lot of people that I'm friends with though that literally I think I'm convinced that like gear more than they like actually playing. Like they'll show up to the field and they'll be like they'll change into 3 different loadouts throughout the day and like they'll play maybe 1 game and then by the time
man, I need that lunchtime wardrobe change. Okay.
And I'm not hating on it.
Throws everybody off. Whoa, he's in a new thing.
I'm
now
just
I can't
as
find
much
him
of
on
a
the
gear
field.
wars and experts, but I'm just saying like as long as you take it with a grain of salt to remember we're playing dress up and shooting with toy guns.
And you don't get anything by your
You're not any better or yeah, like whether you have Cry or fucking Lancer.
Yeah.
I don't mean to keep saying Lancer.
Poor Lancer.
What's a shooting? Emerson. If you got an Emerson, Condor. If you got a 511 plate
you're never
carrier,
getting sponsored by Lancer.
if you wear one of those shitty 511 plate carriers.
It's good stuff.
Went for the jugular.
I said it twice. I had.
You just wear whatever is practical.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
if you like it,
works for you.
Who cares what anyone else thinks?
Like I'm gonna see someone.
And if you have the cop out of being like, I just like the way it looks here, put candy in it. Everyone loves when you pull candy in it.
That's true.
Like, why is that? That's not where that goes, according to the Navy SEAL reference photo.
Candy pouch.
Oh, dude, I've got like Jolly Ranchers in here. Do you want one? Oh yeah, dude, let me get a Jolly.
Oh, sweet.
Thanks. So yeah, like I like gear.
That's how you sedate them.
Yeah.
The fact that you even have to say that is a problem.
But
someone's got to say it.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but
people are gonna judge you because you're not wearing something correct. That's
like,
their
are you
fault,
a real Navy
not
SEAL?
yours.
No, so shut the fuck up.
Well, exactly. At the end of the day, like, if the inverse were true, it's not like I'm going to see somebody on the field and be like, that kit is the most accurate kit I've ever seen. Alright, well we're on number 10, we're the last one.
Oh, okay.
Then after that I want you guys, if I missed anybody that should be called out, let's get into it. Yeah, like people that only post cheater videos?
Yeah.
What? Is that really one of them?
No, it's not. No, the number 10 is you kind of alluded to it, it's the borrow softer.
Let me borrow that top. Let me borrow that top. Let me borrow that top. I want to borrow that top.
It's the guy that shows up always forgetting something, like, oh, I don't have BBs, or oh, my battery's dead, can I borrow one?
What?
Someone come.
I've been bringing everything lately.
No, I know. That's the joke. Like recently, it's been with Jet. Like every time he would show up to a field, he'd be like, "Oh crap, I forgot batteries. Oh, I forgot." Like several times in a row, it was like SD cards, and then it was like, oh.
Got my life together.
Yeah.
It's like Airsoft is so many things to forget, and one of them could break your whole day. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's crazy. I'm always jealous of like soccer players. Just bring your cleats and your shorts and the ball, and you're done.
Relatable.
That's all you need. Versus like you forget a battery, you're screwed. You forget match.
or you need your gun and your backup gun and your backup.
Your hop-up unit stops working.
Yeah.
Your camera's over
I
here.
bring 5 guns to the field every time.
battery
It's true.
I'm gonna get screwed by the Airsoft.
You hate,
Well,
dude.
I'm a smart man. I bring 2 or 3.
Yeah, I
Just
just
sit
do
in
2
back,
or 3.
just throw them in.
The trunk is just like full of guns.
You never know when
One
the
person
MP42
carpool
can go down.
Because I don't want to be that guy.
No.
Yeah.
One gun. That's all you need.
So much to forget.
If 2 break, it's not my day.
Do you have a
I just go
checklist?
home.
Do you guys have a checklist?
Yeah.
Usually, yeah.
I have like a
I have a
visual checklist.
I have a routine.
There's pictures of everything.
I have a very like
Open the
specific
brains.
You are
routine.
pretty good about bringing.
Yeah.
There's certain things too that I keep
And then
back
you
stuff
get
in
all
all
like,
times.
yeah,
Like it's just, I know that's there.
Cameras. That's mostly the most important stuff.
What is the one thing that you cannot play? Like if you went to a game and you forgot this one thing, you'd just be like, nope, I'm not playing.
Probably cameras right now.
goggles.
iPro. Yeah.
You can't do any eyebrow. You can barely watch from the side.
Well, if usually everyone has, usually someone will have an extra set of iPro. Usually.
Yeah.
I've forgotten I can do cameras.
Usually.
I could
That's
literally
true.
forget my entire kit as long as I had a way to strap cameras on me and I had my gun. I wouldn't care. Like I could play in short shorts and and a t-shirt.
For me, it's boots.
Boots, yeah.
If I forget my boots, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I don't want to play my regular shoes. I just don't like it.
It is really
I just don't like it. And that's one thing that no one will have extra of.
Oh yeah, in your size.
In your size.
Right.
That's true.
Like if that ever happened, it'd be like winning the lottery.
I forgot one shoe one time and I was fucked. I had to use a boot and then a tennis shoe. It was not good.
Why just wear the tennis shoe? Why?
It was like a muddy environment. So like the one shoe, my foot stayed dry, and then the other shoe was just fucked.
Or you could have.
I would have got plastic bags and put them on, but then I wouldn't have played anyway. I'd be like, this is stupid. Like who's gonna look at you and be like, I'm gonna take that man serious?
Or one time I forgot my boots, and then like I would play it at a game, so I just wore like my gym shoes I had, and they were like white. And there was pictures of me that day. I had like full AOR2, and then I just had these like white tennis shoes on the bottom.
It's the funniest thing when you see that on the field because it's just like kind of like a blurry camouflage, but like two distinct white doing this. It's like that's obviously a person. You know what? Let me just shoot full auto at those trees.
I've forgotten my boots a lot.
Yeah.
What have you forgotten? Dutch. In my spare tire compartment.
Ever since
it's just some old shitty boots because it's better than no boots.
Right.
Really?
Ever since I created a system, I don't really forget much anymore. But I would have to say that if I did forget my cameras, I probably wouldn't play. Because every time I play without cameras, I do the most amazing shit.
See, but like you should take to me.
I just actually they're not there.
To me, you should take that as like that's your own personal like fun experience because like you're sharing all your other ones with everybody. Like I don't know. That's me being sentimental about playing
without
Airsoft.
cameras is.
I agree. It is fun. It is fun. But that is true though. It just always like
it's always.
Despite how much fun it is, it's always like for whatever reason. Whenever I play without my cameras, I have noticed like. Some awesome airsoft will happen. The perfect series of events, and you're like, "Fuck!"
I've just been doing it so long that like I know like, those moments will come back around, like eventually.
Yeah.
So like most people have nightmares that they go to school and they're naked or something. What? I have nightmares. Nobody gets that. Come on. Oh, wait, I know it because I've had it. But I also get nightmares where I arrive at an airsoft field and I'm completely unprepared, and one thing leads to the next, and I'm fixing one thing, fixing another, and then by the end of that day, like I finally get it working, and the game's over. Like, and it's also like this awesome field that I wanted to play at, and that's my nightmare field.
Sounds a lot like an event we went to.
Man.
I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
For you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a difference though between like just forgetting stuff, which everybody does, and the person that's just like, oh, I don't have BBs, I'll just ask my friends.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I knew I was going to a 40-hour event. Somehow I didn't bring a sleep system.
We're going to
Yeah, those people.
So, where were you going to sleep, my man?
Food.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So hungry.
I brought half an MRE from 1960.
Yeah.
Let's get that onto a tray.
Can I have your peanut butter spread, bro, please?
I don't need any water. I pre-hydrated.
Oh, fuck. I'm just going to calm myself out so I can get a second water.
I can't lean forward.
No, I thought that was great. Dutch trying his hardest to stay off of camera. You're out of the frame.
I think you should just do a face reveal right now.
I really should.
No, you do the finger reveal. Oh, you've already done it.
Finger reveal.
Oh.
Alright, next everyone is the elbow reveal. Stay tuned.
So that pretty much wraps up my 10 Airsofters everyone loves to hate. I think we'll call it a video.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll have links for all of these people's YouTubes, but you probably are already subscribed, so just subscribe.
Lezztrooper.
Yeah,
subscribe
everyone come to my YouTube. So much
Subscribe to Lezztrooper.
Yeah.
Bye.
At DickButtAirsoft.org.